Welcome, Aries Taurus, to your November Astro Dice reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Welcome back, all subscribers. Welcome back. Okay, guys, and anyone new, welcome, welcome. And those cross watchers, of course. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. So before I even grab these dice, let's just get into it for 1 second. There's something huge, major, right, that's going on this month. It's because we started this month with a new moon. So therefore, it has completely reset itself for the end of the year, saying, hey, have this great reset. Time to let go. Let's restart this, renew this, get these new things going on. So things are going to be a little topsy-turvy because we are having this reset, right? So very nice. Having a lot of transitions, transformations, things are changing around. So let's get in here and see what's going on. We have some big things coming up. We do have Mercury retrograde on the 25th coming in. Of course, that'll be Sagittarius season then. But then, of course, the 15th, we have the full moon in Taurus, which is going to be running with Uranus. So that's going to be a little turbulent. Okay, it's going to cause a little bit of an upset, a little bit of a turbulence going on. Okay, so because of the sudden changes and awarenesses that are going to run with that. But let's just see what you have here. We have that beautiful Mars coming in with some Leo energy, going straight into the 4th house. Okay, so having that Mars energy coming out is your physical energy, drive, strength, and light and fighting spirit. It's going to be kind of lightning fast in its own way, right? But you do have this beautiful Leo coming out with it. So guys, really fiery over here this month for you in the 4th house. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. Yeah. If you guys watch the other videos, I did have the new camera up, but I have to send it back, guys. I cannot stand that it doesn't, you can't read. Okay, that drives me insane. I mean, this whole idea is about cards. If we can't read the cards and it doesn't really want to focus on the cards, it just drove me crazy. You know, the pixels and, you know, the 6K and everything was beautiful. But it didn't want to focus on the cards. So if you guys are watching those other videos and you're like, hey, how come my video doesn't look like that? That's because I cannot stand the camera. I love the microphone. I love everything, guys, but it doesn't read the cards. And you're going to notice, right, this one is not as clean, right? It's not as clean as the other one, but it focuses on the cards. If I bring this card up, you can see it says Leo. The other one does not. It's like having a dream and trying to read in a dream, right? It's like you can't. It drives me crazy. So, and then of course I didn't want to be compatible, guys, to my editing system. So that's also a very big problem. And it's caused me to be late already. It's like, geez. But I have Taurus also had Mars in its reading as well, but I had to throw that reading away because it didn't want to, my editing program didn't like the system, so it kept turning my computer off. It's very crazy, a lot of crazy times, crazy things going on. You're going straight into the 4th house, your home and roots of your being. So I just wanted to bring that up, okay, just in case you guys are like, hey, what happened? There was only certain signs that got it. I got 6 signs out of it. I lost 3. So that was just an FYI for you guys. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Going straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. I will be buying another camera and trying it again. Never say die. So let's see. You got the Pisces card upside down. Look at that. Could be dealing with a Pisces. Got the High Priestess over here talking about secrets, hidden agendas, withdrawn. You might be dealing with somebody who you feel is being a little selfish. Maybe you are feeling a little selfish as well. Maybe you're like, you know what? I've got something and I want to keep it to myself. And maybe somebody else thinks that's selfish. Okay, so sometimes selfish reasons are for our own understanding, which could cause misunderstandings. Okay, so something could be going on like that. Maybe you are keeping a secret to yourself and somebody's like, tell me, and they're like, you're selfish, right? But this is because, ooh, no victory for that situation, but it's causing feeling stuck. So take it whether or not it's somebody else is doing this, or maybe you're withholding information because you don't feel like, dealing with this is just a major loss anyway. So why would I want to deal with it? You see what I'm saying? Why do I want to talk about my loss? Why do I want to talk about, right, something, that's disappointing me? So I do feel like deep down inside there will be some, I feel like deep down inside there's some kind of private achievement that you might be keeping secret from other people because you just don't want that. Because maybe it's going to cause some kind of misunderstanding. So you're feeling very disciplined about this situation, but you're also feeling a little stuck, or making them feel stuck because they want to know what's going on. So take that how it resonates with you. What doesn't resonate, throw away and take what it is, because there is definitely something there, or maybe they are doing this. Okay. So one way or another, beginning of the month, hey, I want to do what I want to do. So let's just see how that's going to work out for you. And I do feel like it's going to kind of increase sensitivities and strengthening your intuition in a lot of ways. So it could be strengthening your intuitions, as well as you feel like with this silence and this withdrawn. Sorry, guys, my husband's home, so they're a little loud. And not having a microphone, it might not, block that out. They just got back from grocery shopping. Okay, so this type of, idea could be a more soothing and calming for you, because I mean, look, you have all this fire energy anyways. So it does look like whatever's going on, right? It's still increasing power within you to kind of keep on your silence about the situation. Maybe you're not sure whether or not this is going to end up your private achievement, right? Maybe that's why you're also keeping it low. Like, I'm not going to tell you my manifestations. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, because what if it doesn't go through? Ooh, I can feel that though. I understand that. That makes sense to me. The magician, yeah, manifesting the situation, taking all this action to make things happen. Okay, but yes, trying to get it justified, trying to get things balanced for yourself, trying to, make everything truthful as much as possible. Hey, if I go and tell you what's going on, maybe you're saying it's not the overall truth, right? Because you don't know just yet. Or maybe you want to know their truth and they're not saying anything about the situation. So getting straight into the mid-month over here. The Six of Wands is a Leo card, so I'm already loving that. The Six of Wands is Leo, so it's saying you're going to have, you're looking for that victory. So I love that, because it's definitely saying, even though you're having this disappointment, it's kind of like, it's kind of like when the cat puts his head down type of scenario, right? You might even have your ears back, who knows, right, depending on how they're pushing you. In the mid-month, yeah, it's the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So not really seeing this success just yet. I really think you're trying to keep this quiet, because you're really trying to focus on getting this right. You want this private achievement. You're not seeing it coming in and people want to know, or someone wants to know, what's going on with this situation, but you're like, there's no work without reward yet. And I'm not going to bring anything up just yet. You could be still in the stages of planning and trying to get things together. Like, how could I really tell you where my accomplishments are yet if I'm still building and I'm still not seeing much? But you are going after your overall Nine of Cups. But there is worries and anxieties about getting this done in the fourth house. This could be buying a house. But I do feel like it's someone in your house. It could be, your husband, your wife, your spouse, your family members, your mom, your dad. But it could also be about you moving or selling your house, wanting someone to buy that house and not seeing the progress that you want, but yet still, throwing it out to this realtor and making them try to pick up, the things over here, trying to maybe save the money for something that's broken in the house, something that has to do with your overall well-being or the house itself. So, or the family itself, right? Maybe you guys are not, the family members are not doing well and you're trying to find this justice with this Libra, but you're having a really hard time, right? And people are like, your family's like, so are you and dad doing well now? And you're like, no, it's kind of on its way, right? So whatever it is that's going on, everybody's story is going to be a little bit different, but remember, it does have something to do with the house, the home, the family. So there is, you could be feeling like the person in the home is maybe living a little beyond their means. Maybe they're spending more money. Maybe you're having a hard time because you have to spend money on other things. So you're having a hard time getting this all wrapped up together. So yeah, definitely trying to renew things, trying to renew this. It's crazy. I kind of feel like for some of you, you're having renewal for house insurance. Like you're having a hard time with house insurance. Maybe you had some water damage or something and you're having a hard time getting that roof back together the way they want it, or something is going on when it has to do with maybe some kind of home insurance. Wow, I just heard that. And the company is just like, well, if you don't do this and that, and you're just like, oh my gosh, and you're trying to wrap your mind around all of this scenario, trying to fix this situation. So it does feel like you are trying to keep the passion alive as much as possible, trying to get yourself out of the worry, but it is very worrisome when it comes, to this situation. They may have even put you on a time limit, to when, it's like, if you do this in this many days, right, then we'll renew that contract with you. I feel like it's some kind of home contract for some of you. Maybe it's your mortgage. I don't know what it is, but there's something about a contract for someone. So the fourth house is really giving you a pain in the butt this month. There's the contract. I said it. Whether it's a family contract within you and a family member, or a contract with the house itself, a piece of appliance, whatever it is, property taxes, whatever it is. I'm also hearing that somebody is on a balloon mortgage. And that's definitely for somebody in the United States. You're ballooning. And you're trying to maybe get out of the balloon, or waiting for the balloon to go down, but you have a balloon mortgage. And what a pain in the butt that is. It can be really helpful and it can be very hurtful. But however it is, it does feel like that's what it's trying to do. It almost feels like maybe you're waiting for the balloon to go down so you can remortgage, renew, and get out of a balloon. So whatever it is over here, it feels like you are kind of not sure exactly where you're going at the end of the month. You feel very stuck. It feels like your creative ideas are kind of going nowhere when it comes to the situation. So you're just kind of kicking back, playing it safe for this moment, waiting for this contract, waiting for the good news, waiting for something to happen. Yep, there it is, waiting for the Chariot to come in and leaving this behind so that you can get a new contract, so you can fix this situation. This is why I do feel that you're kind of hiding out from the situation, because people want to know how this situation is going, and it would be fair to say, fair with the Justice, right? With the Justice card, it would be fair to say, I'm not sure exactly how this is going, and I don't want any misunderstandings. Because it feels like you and someone else already might have a misunderstanding about this situation, and it almost feels like you just don't want any more. Or just don't want any, period. It's a general reading, so take what resonates, what doesn't resonate. But definitely that's what it is. And it does feel like you're kind of trying to conform at the end of the month to whatever this contract is that's going to come through. So it says the Knight of Clubs is going to come in and offer you this contract, this apology, this contract, this moving, giving you, this news. Hmm. Yep. And it's definitely something that it's going to feel like, well, I'm going to have to conform it to the way that this is. There's not much, it almost feels like there's not much more from this situation that could go. It almost feels, and I hate to say that, it just feels like it either is or it's not, right? Because that's what it is. There's no more or no less. It's like, this is what it is. So then you're going to have to come to a conclusion whether or not, if it comes to some kind of contract within a home or something like that, you're either going to have to take it or not. Are you going to take the commitment or not? Even if it's a family member and it's like we're not really getting along all that well, you know, if this is your cousin or somebody coming in, right, it's kind of like they're saying, hey, you're like, well, that's not the apology I really wanted, but, you know, 'tis the season, let's just get along, right? Or don't, right? I mean, it's going to be that's your free will. It's like it is or it's not. But it does feel like there could be, if it has something to do with contracts of the house, that they're trying to tell you there's society and its rules. So you're going to conform to the way the insurance is going, or the way the real estate, is going, and the way the mortgage is going. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the way the contract works. So then you're going to have to ask yourself, oh God. And for some of you might like it, right? It's going to depend on the person. It's going to either go one way or the other. It's either going to be something you're really going to like or something you're going to hate. Because, it's something that just gives you either hope or it gives you anxiety. Seven of Swords. You take it or leave it. You see what I'm saying? Seven of Swords. I mean, it's like the Spirit says, okay, well, this is your hope. This is as hopeful as it gets. But it could cause anxiety. Because it might not be exactly the advice that you wanted or the news that you wanted. So no matter what, I do feel like it's going to have you thinking, because you do have the Six of Swords to the Seven of Swords. So it's kind of like, So it's not really the proposal that you really want, but it does come with with the Six of Swords, a very big explanation, right? They're explaining themselves no matter what. Okay, so let's get an animal card and see how that goes. Fourth house is a little bumpy ride over here. So Spirit is really telling you, pay attention to this. It's a bumpy ride. The Camel, be forbearing and patient. A lot of people have gotten this card. So there's definitely something going on where Spirit really wants you to be forbearing and patient this month for a lot of signs. Okay, so just relax, and you know what, that independence, you'll understand what that's, how that's going to come to you, but be very aware, right, of the situation that's surrounding you. Okay, so there could be something, and a lot of people are getting this card as well. That's crazy. These two cards have been coming out a lot. Parrot, listen intently to understand. So there's a lot of communication, but I also feel like the Parrot card coming through is really because we're going to have Mercury retrograde, which could literally, right, cause misunderstanding. And then, of course, starting the month off with a new moon, high emotions, low intelligence. You might run into all these people who have really high emotions, and you might also have very high emotions as well, which can cause, friction between two people and definitely misunderstandings. So I do feel like that's why a lot of people are getting this card a lot as well. Okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.